What's going on, guys? It's Poison Smurf back with another Division 2 video. Before we get into that, if you enjoyed today's video, remember to hit it with a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, maybe think about hitting that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified of any future videos. Any questions, comments about the video, or anything in general, drop them in the comments below. We do get back to everybody. So, all out of the way, let's get into today's video. So the build we have here is an absolutely ridiculous team support build. Now I'm talking massive bonuses, but not just for me, for the entire team. We're talking upwards of 60% all round, while still maintaining huge amounts of weapon damage. I mean, we're going to be putting out like 28 million damage per second. Not only that, we're going to be utilising the new Achilles pulse, but not with a partial body pulse. We're talking full body, 6 limbs, head, body, 2 arms, 2 legs. Anywhere we hit, myself or my teammates are all going to be inflicting huge amounts of headshot damage. On top of that, we're going to have the ability to proc overcharge, making these bonuses go through the roof. So how are we doing that? Well, we're going to start off with the specialisation. We've decided to go with the technician. Now, why have we done that? Here we go. So we've got 10% skill damage, never a bad thing. We've also got the artificer hive. Now this is really important because, as we all know, or hopefully some of us know, that when you use this can send out boosts to all of our team allies, skills, giving them a little boost, more skill efficiency, which is skill haste, skill duration, also like reduces the skill duration that they've been out, so they stay out a lot longer, putting out more damage. Also, we've got the emergency patch med pack. Armor kit also applies to all friendly skill proxies, so whenever we heal ourselves, we also heal our skills. We've also got the 12% damage to drones, which is always a good thing, skills, proxies, and all robotics. But here's the main reason, the extra skill tier. Now this is going to be a 6 tier or yellow build. The fact that we're running the technician giving us this extra skill tier, this allows us now to roll one of our core attributes into red, giving us increased weapon damage, which is what we need to run this particular part. We've also got the EMP grenade, which can also be handy to taking out robotics and dogs and things like that. So next up, we're going to take a look at the weapons, starting off with the sidearm. As you can see here, I've gone with my TDI card custom 45. Now the main reason for this is of course the extra skill tier, but also the talent in sync. Hitting an enemy grants 15% skill damage for 5 seconds using a skill. At the same time can also double this. So before we throw out a hive, obviously we can just pull this out, land a single shot, and obviously proc the in-sync, giving ourselves an extra 40% damage. As far as our primary weapons concerned, we've gone with the military P416. As you can see, this one is maxed out, but we've gone for it mainly for the talent. Future Perfect. Weapon kills grant 1 skill tier for 15 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. Weapon kills at skill tier 6 grant overcharge for 15 seconds. Now, as we said, we're running a 6 tier skill build, so this basically means anytime I pull this weapon out and down an enemy, I'll instantly be proccing an overcharge. However, this overcharge is just for myself, but we do have a second overcharge on this build, which does do the entire team. Second weapon, we've gone with the Nemesis. Why? Because not only do we want to be able to support our team, we also want to be helping our team by putting out maximum amount of damage. As you can see with this one, we've got a base damage of 1.5 million, max god rolled out, and of course the talent. Shots fired deal 0 to 100% weapon damage based on how long the trigger is held before releasing. So as you aim in and hold your left trigger down, providing you fully max out the meter that fills up, you can be inflicting a lot more damage. This in fact lands for, I think it's 6.7 just standard base damage, but the way we've got this set up, we're going to be hitting a lot harder than that. So now moving down to look at the build, as you can see we've gone with a 4-piece hardwired, 1-piece Providence, and the BTSU gloves. Now as far as the hardwire pieces are concerned, as you can see we've got 4 pieces, so we're looking at the 4-piece bonus. So not only are we going to get the 2-piece bonus, 15% skill haste, we're also going to get the 3-piece bonus, 15% skill damage, 30% repair skills, but mainly we're after the 4-piece bonus, the feedback loop. Whenever you use or cancel a skill, your other skill cooldown is automatically reduced by 30 seconds, whilst increasing total skill damage and repair by 10% for 20 seconds. Feedback loop can occur every 20 seconds. As you can see, we are running the bag with the set, And why are we doing that? Well, of course, we're going for the talent short circuit. Decreases the feedback loop cooldown from 20 seconds to 10 seconds. Now, this is really important. Now, we don't really need the hardwired chest piece, but this back piece really is a must. 20-second cooldown reduced down to 10. Obviously, before our skill haste, that's why we need this, because we are running the Achilles pulse, and we are able to get the cooldown on that down to a measly 3.7 seconds. And as you'll see in a moment, you'll see why that's important. But with regards to the 4-piece hardwires, all pieces are rolled with the skill tier that they come with, and we've rolled the attribute to max headshot damage. So looking at the mask, we have one skill tier, 10% rerolled headshot damage and a 9.2 headshot damage mod. Going down to the holster, again we have a skill tier, 10% headshot damage rerolled onto there. Across to the knee pads, exactly the same. One skill tier, max headshot damage. Up to the bag, no surprises, skill tier, maxed out headshot damage, and a 9.4 headshot damage mod. Now the great thing about this build is, guys, everyone's got the hardwire blueprints, so you can craft this. It's always going to roll with a skill tier as the main attribute, and then you can simply recalibrate these headshots onto the second attribute, means that you can grind all 4 of these pieces, god rolled straight away. So moving up to the chests, what have we gone with? Well, we've gone with the Providence, the Sacrifice. Why? As you can see, with the 1-piece bonus, we're getting 15% headshot damage. Core attributes, we've got max weapon damage on here, 15%, max crit hit chance, 6%, and a max 12% crit hit damage, with a 9.2 headshot damage mod. And why have we gone for this? Well, that's for the talent, Perfect Glass Cannon. All damage you deal is amplified by 30%. All damage you take is amplified by 60%. Now, yeah, it's a little bit crappy that we have to deal with the incoming damage. However, it is really needed to help us put ridiculous amounts of outgoing damage. Obviously, it is amplified. We're going to be sitting back, letting our teammates be slightly in front, whilst we're putting down maximum damage downrange. As far as the gloves are concerned, we've gone with the BTSU gloves. As you can see, this comes with a skill tier, skill haste, repair skills. And why have we gone for this? Well, it's for the Tyrant. Grants 15% hive skill haste per skill tier. So as we're running a 6 tier skill, we are getting 90% skill haste on this. Detonating a hive refreshes the skill cooldowns and grants overcharge for 15 seconds. So basically what's going to happen is, guys, we're going to put our artificer hive out next to our teammates' skills. This is going to give them a ridiculous buff up to 60%. As the charges are wearing down just before they're about to expire, we will simply detonate our hive, destroying it, proccing overcharge, giving our teammates a further boost for 15 seconds. Now the cooldown for the artificer is going to be less than 15 seconds, which means that we're able to put out our artificer, regaining the 60% bonus before the overcharge actually finishes. So on top of that, we're going to be running the Achilles pulse. Now, as you can see with the Achilles pulse, the higher skill tier you run, the better. If you run one skill tier, you are only going to be hitting one zone, allowing headshot damage to be done just to that one local area. Now, unfortunately, for the skill tier 2, 3, 4, and 5, there is no real benefit from doing that. As you can see, you need a skill tier 6 just to be able to increase it by 2 zones. But how are we getting more than that? Well, that's simple. Remember earlier we said we were using the future initiative on the weapon? Well, this is the reason why. By simply getting a single kill from our main weapon, we'll instantly put ourselves into overcharge. And if we look down at the Achilles pulse overcharge, as you can see, we get an additional 5 zones of damage. That basically means when we pulse an individual, they will be head to toe. Anywhere we hit, we're dealing that damage. We also get 100% zone health, 100% zone duration, and 100% skill haste. Now this means the cooldown on this is literally 4 seconds, and also it's pulsing the entire body. So because of them added bonuses, here's the best bit. It means because we're increasing the duration of the pulse by 100%, and we're also increasing the skill haste on the pulse by 100%. We are able to target and pulse up to 3 enemies at once. As you can see here, we can pulse the first guy, and the duration will last so long that it's already cooled down and we can use it again. And in fact, we can do it and manage to pulse a third guy whilst the first person is still under the duration. Now this means we can sit here and mark multiple players one after another, allowing our team an easy ride, being able to hit multiple enemies, all with the included head damage. Now you can see really how strong this build is. The ability you'll be able to overcharge yourself, to give yourself an overcharge pulse. The fact that you can pulse up to 3 enemies for your entire team to inflict headshot damage. The fact that your artificer hive is giving your entire team 60% damage bonus. And here's the funny thing, your artificer is coming back for you to redeploy it before the overcharge from it is expired. So we can just keep on reprocking that overcharge time and time again. And then finally, just to put the icing on the cake, if we then choose to use our pulse and team it up with our nemesis, unlike most skill builds, you're not really able to put out much damage. As you can see here with the nemesis, our base damage is 6.7 million for a headshot, and if we do manage to get that to crit, we're hitting for 7.9, which isn't too terrible numbers. But if we simply pulse the enemy before we do that, look what happens. Bang. 24.3 million for a headshot. Now that's crazy. To jump from 6.7 to that amount, I mean, that is ridiculous. But here's the best bit. Bang. Yep. If we manage to get a crit, 28.6 million headshot. Now that is more than enough to be one-dropping and one-shotting most enemies on the game. So there you have it, guys. An absolutely fantastic team support build. Go have a go. I mean, I took this with my team earlier. We absolutely ripped through, the legendary District Union. Honestly, you need to try it. Our sides are still hurting. We never laughed so much. But let me know in the comments, guys. Let me know what you think. Give it a try. So that's going to do it for today, guys. As always, a big thank you to everybody that made it to the end. That's the best way you really can support the channel. If you did enjoy it, remember to hit that thumbs up. If you didn't like it, hit a thumbs down. Any questions, comments, drop them in the box below. We'll try and get back to everybody. But until then, guys, stay safe, and most importantly, keep on grinding.